Welcome, boys and girls. We are moving on today. This is Wednesday, April 8th, and we are moving on to lesson 7 in our math book. So go ahead and get your math books, get a pencil, maybe an eraser, and some crayons. And if you are interested a little bit later, you're going to have a chance to maybe work with some clay if you have some at home. So they're going to be talking about that in our lesson. We're going to move forward now and listen to the video with our friend. So how can you model shapes in the real world?
Hey there! These are my friends, Roberto and Henry.
Wait, my dates.
Henry has a box outside the barn that holds the hay heaps. Today, some children are modeling shapes they see around the zoo as an art project. They're using straws and clay balls to make a model of a cube like Henry's hay box. I wonder what their models will look like. I'd like to know. Let's learn about modeling shape.
Tim wants to model a shape in the sand. Tim can model shapes in the real world by drawing. Click on the shape Tim drew to see its name. This shape is a triangle. Is the triangle flat or solid?
So think, is it a flat or a solid? Thumbs up flat, thumbs down solid. If your thumb is up, or if you said flat, that is correct.
The triangle is flat. Count the sides. 1, 2, 3. How many sides does the triangle have? The triangle has 3 sides. Count the vertices. 1, 2, 3. How many vertices does the triangle have?
Think it.
The triangle has 3 vertices. Tim wants to model a shape in the sand. What's one way Tim can model a triangle in the real world? He can model it by drawing. Now Tim wants to use a different way to model a shape. He can use some clay and straws. Click to place each straw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What shape did Tim model? A cube or a cylinder? Choose your answer.
Thumbs up if you think cube, thumbs down if you think cylinder. If you chose the top one, that is correct.
That's right. Tim modeled a cube. Is a cube flat or solid?
Thumbs up flat, thumbs down solid.
A cube is solid. How many surfaces does a cube have?
So how many flat surfaces or faces are there on a cube? Either 5 or 6. Say your answer.
That's right. A cube has 6 flat surfaces. How can Tim model a cube? By building it. Now let's practice with the personal math trainer.
All right, so we are moving on now to our math pages, and you should be on page 437. This is lesson 7 on modeling shapes. So it says to use your finger to trace around the shape. So go ahead and do that now. Put your finger right up here at the top corner, and then just follow along with your finger. Come down, across, and then up. And it says name the shape. So what shape is this? The shape is a triangle. Is it a flat or a solid? It is a flat. Go ahead now and take a crayon, whatever color you would like, and go ahead and trace the shape. Like we just did with our finger, you may go ahead and come down with your crayon, and you can do this now. After you've done that, then we will move on to the next page. So now looking at the next page, it says to use clay to model 4 spheres as shown. It says place the straws into the spheres as shown. Now this is actually not spheres, this is, they're talking about the balls of clay. These right here are spheres. So we do not have clay now, but we are going to go ahead and do the shapes as if we have clay and straws. So you can just go ahead and take your crayon and go ahead and connect this sphere to this one. Then come over here and come down and then across and then up. Okay, just like down here. That's exactly what has been done down here. So if you have some modeling clay at home, now would be a good time to get it. You can go ahead and roll 4 tiny balls, just like this. And then if you have some straws in your house, you could probably take just 1 straw and cut it into 4 pieces. And then you can put them inside of the clay, and you can see how it can form into a flat square. So you can pause the video at this point and do this page, or you can do the whole lesson and come back to it later. Okay, we're going to move on to the next page, which is page 439. Doing this same thing again, you would make 2 squares with your straws and your clay. If you don't have it, that's okay. You can just take a look at this lesson, and then using these squares, they put them together, one up here, one at the bottom, and then you'd have to do another one in the front and one in the back. And if you have 4 of these, you can put it together to form the cube. If you do not have straws and clay, you can just go ahead and take your crayon at this time, and you can just trace and pretend that you're making these shapes. And using your crayon, make the squares, whoops, it's a little bit harder for me, and down, across, and up, and then come down here and you would do the same thing, making the cube. Okay. All right, and that's the end of this page. And the last page says Maria's window has the shape of a square. Draw a picture of the shape. Tell a friend whether this shape is a flat or a solid. You can just have your parents read this information right here and complete page 440, number 5 and 6 on your own. Okay, and that concludes our math lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about modeling shapes using clay and straws. Again, I hope maybe you have some clay and straw at home that you can make these shapes. You might even want to practice making some other solid shapes like a cylinder, maybe even a cone. So I hope you have fun with that, and I hope you had fun with our lesson today. And I will see you for our math lesson tomorrow, which will be lesson 8. I will see you then. Bye-bye.